Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Talk Inside the Ring. Guys, I know I said I was going to be talking about Wrestlemania, and well, the time has come. As you know, my last video I made was talking about was WrestleMania 41 going to be a banger or a burger? And after watching it and having some time to think about it, I will say most WrestleMania was definitely a burger. I had high hopes for it to be a banger after banger after banger. But now the question was it a burger? Was it just a burger, or was it a burger after burger after burger? Well, it's about two burgers and a half. WrestleMania 41 was unfortunately very underwhelming. Especially, I would say two matches that I was kind of disappointed in was Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. I will say I admit that the right person won. Tiffany should have won from the beginning. In all honesty, Charlotte Flair didn't even need to win the Women's Royal Rumble, or the way how they did it. They could have done a lot better instead of her coming in and be like, ooh, I'm better than all of you. To quote Stevie Richards, what they should have done is they should have had her filming her rehabbing and starting from the bottom and then earning her way to WrestleMania instead of them just because of nepotism giving her the win for the Women's Royal Rumble and then going to WrestleMania. But the right person went over, and I will say the most interesting thing about their match was the fact that you had Charlotte screaming in Tiffany's face, "You are never going to replace me." I thought that was very interesting. This match was the most interesting one on the card for me because of how apparently they had some real heat behind the scenes. So I was actually really interested in that match, and it was okay. It could have been a lot better, but that one, and I'm all hyped for Jey Uso becoming World Heavyweight Champion. I actually don't mind him being World Champion. It's kind of sad, though, that Triple H said the only reason that he's gotten the world title is because of how everybody loves to do the yeet, which we all love to yeet. But unfortunately, that's the only reason he's got the world title. I don't know how long he'll have it. I hope he has it for a while and that they don't just have him be a transitional champion. But the promo that he did before WrestleMania, he said, "Oh, I'm going to turn things up to an 11. I'm going to unleash a side of myself that I've never either seen before," or something along the lines of he's going to regret the things that he did that he was going to have to do to Gunther to win, and I just didn't see that. I really didn't see it at all. I was kind of very underwhelmed. I mean, his entrance was really different. Yeah, he went through the crowd like usual. But he wasn't doing the yeet thing. He wasn't dancing with the audience, showing, okay, this is serious, this is something different. So I liked that attention to detail. But I was just expecting maybe they should have made both Gunther and Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair's matches have a stipulation, maybe Jey and Gunther in a steel cage. We don't know if they're ever going to face each other again. I mean, yeah, Gunther gets his rematch, but I really feel like these two matches, either one of them should have been in a steel cage and the other one a street fight, but I really feel like both these matches were lackluster, especially with Jey Uso and Gunther. Gunther tapping out, I don't have a problem with whatsoever. I thought it was really cool how Jey frog splashed from 3 different turnbuckles and then got him in a chokehold and he tapped out. I was actually very surprised that they had him tap out, but I was okay with it. As for that, there's just a lot of these matches that I honestly can't remember, which kind of tells you about the show. However, the triple threat between Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins, I really liked. I liked the program that they did. I loved the entrance with Rollins coming down with the flamethrower, and I liked what they did with CM Punk's entrance. I was actually wondering if they were going to do what they did for him when he was in AEW and him and MJF had that dog collar match. And they had CM Punk actually decked out in his original Ring of Honor gear, and they had him coming out to his Ring of Honor entrance music. They were playing his old WWE theme music, and I was thinking, ooh, are they going to actually have him come out to his original WWE theme music? I think that would have been cool, but we didn't get that. But the promo that they did for him before he entered was amazing. Congratulations to CM Punk for getting his main event spot at WrestleMania. I think it's well earned. I think he deserves it. The match was really good. I'm not going to go into details about it, but I really enjoyed this match. It was pretty good. I called Paul Heyman turning. I remember I was watching, and Paul Heyman turning on CM Punk in 3, 2, 1. There it is. And then I'm like, is he going to turn on Roman? And him turning on Roman in 3, 2, 1. There it is. I had heard rumors that there was a possibility that Paul might go with Seth Rollins, but I was thinking, maybe he'll turn on Roman and he'll stay with Punk, and then we'll get like a whole nother summer of Punk. But that's not the case. We know what happened. And yeah. I will say, though, other than the triple threat match, another match that I kind of enjoyed on this show was the tag team match between the Viking Raiders and the New Day, because just the stuff that the Viking Raiders did, as big of men as they are, that moonsault that I believe Ibar, and if I'm wrong, put in the comments below, that Ibar did was insane, and they just had like a really good match. Yeah, the Judgment Day's heel turn and heel run hasn't exactly been great so far, but they had a pretty good match. I actually really wish that they had put the tag team match that they just had, a TLC match, on the WrestleMania card, because apparently it was a really good TLC match, and I've not watched it because I can't watch SmackDown for some reason, because I took it off of Hulu, and now I'm sad. But night one, I've heard like a lot of people say that they've actually maybe kind of preferred night one over night two, but the only thing from night two that I really remember is the one match that I was looking forward to was the main event between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And we all know how that match went. I've heard a lot of people complain that they didn't like the pacing of the match. I didn't mind it. I thought it was enjoyable. I know someone, I think it might have been Jim Cornette, he was talking about how he liked the slow pace of the match. Either that or it might have been Stevie Richards. Maybe it was Stevie Richards, but anyways. The pacing of the match was good. I liked what they were doing, and I liked what they did. Where, you have John Cena, begging Cody, please don't hit me. And, you have Cody basically, deciding, ooh, what am I going to do? It actually makes me think back to Sami Zayn versus Adrian Neville when it was Sami's last chance for the NXT Championship. And he's, debating, ooh, do I do it? Do I cross the line? And Cody decided not to cross the line. And what happened? It cost him. Just like Kevin Owens decided not to cross the line against Cody Rhodes, and it cost him the match. And we all know there's a lot of controversy. The ending was very disappointing. The only person that we had coming down to help Cena was Travis Scott, which I'm not going to get into all that. Night 2's main event was pretty good, I will say. Other than Night 2's main event, the other match that a lot of people were talking about, and the one that I was also looking forward to, was the Fatal 4-Way match for the Intercontinental Championship between Braun Breaker, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Penta. Really good match. The fact that Braun didn't get pinned, and we got Dominic Mysterio, now the champion, and then him and Finn Balor can go and do their thing. I was and I had heard rumors that maybe Dom was actually going to be the one to win. And, congratulations for Dom Mysterio. We all still hate you, but WrestleMania 41 did not live up to the hype from WrestleMania 40. We all know that. Unfortunately, I was wrong. I'm an optimistic person. I was hoping that WrestleMania was actually going to just knock it out of the park, and maybe they were just doing bad publicity on purpose. Like, ooh, we're going to make them think that it's bad, and then we're going to just turn it all around, and we can all be like, you know what? We were wrong. Good job, WWE. But no, sadly, WrestleMania 41 was definitely a burger after burger. Not a burger after burger after burger, but definitely 2 burgers. Guys, put in the comments below, was there anything about WrestleMania 41 that you enjoyed? I really want to know. And if you want to put in the comments below and be like, see, Nick, we told you it was going to be bad, that's totally fine. And if you like this type of content, please go to my channel and subscribe and like. It really helps the channel grow, and maybe someday I'll be able to quit my day job and I can do this full time. Until, guys, do not forget to elbow drop the like button and super kick the subscribe button for the 1, 2, 3. And I'll see you next time as we talk inside the ring. Bye, guys. Enjoy Monday Night Raw.